Last week we talked about shuttles, because we're going to be doing the vault. Oh yes, we also asked. Now T'nae's got something to talk to us about.
I have new missions for you.
Of course you do.
The Romulans had a base, known as the Vault, that they used for research into Borg technology. This facility was abandoned in the chaos after the destruction of the Romulan homeworld, but intelligence suggests that the work there was far enough along that it was used to retrofit Nero's ship before it disappeared, along with Ambassador Spock's vessel in the Hakona System. Long-range sensors have detected energy spikes in the Hakona System, and Starfleet intelligence believes that someone is bringing the Vault back online. We need to know who, and more importantly, we need to know if there is still Borg technology or restricted weaponry on that base. I need you to proceed immediately to the Hakona System and investigate the Vault. Engage if you must, but I would prefer if you could gather the information we need, without conflict.
Right. We recommend we speak to Lieutenant Commander DeSoto, who's right there. Yeah, next to us. So you and go to shipyard and get a shuttle. But assuming we don't have one before. You must use a shuttle or fighter for this mission, such as Type H shuttle roundabout or Delta Flight, as suggested. And you get basically a few items. That is a device, not a pet. That means you can use it on any ship, many ships.
I have new missions for you.
Right, Soto, what do you got?
In order to avoid drawing too much attention, you need to fly under the radar, so to speak. Admiral T'nae has authorized the requisition of a shuttlecraft for you. You can fulfill the requisition in the shipyard. Once you're ready, take the shuttlecraft out to the Hakona System. If you have a runabout fighter or other such craft available, feel free to use it, but do not approach the system in a starship. We want to avoid the notice of whoever's in the vault. A shuttle will also be able to dock with the vault and explore the interior.
Thanks for explaining why we use a shuttle. Also, the Roman intelligence will be sending one of the best to help you on the mission. This Commander T'nae. She's been very briefed and she'll be joining us. So,
Any questions?
okay, right. From my friend Ash, he asked about this one.
What? Oh, that mythical boogeyman organization? No. This is a standard Starfleet operation at the behest of Admiral T'nae and supported by Starfleet intelligence. In case you were wondering, that means that you should observe all regulations and don't start a war.
Yeah.
Any questions?
What can we expect in the vault?
Borg technology, Thalaron weapons like the ones used by Shinzon, cloaking mines, and heavy graviton beams? We're not entirely sure. That's why we need eyes inside. The station itself is near a micro-nebula and surrounded by a tachyon detection grid. Even a cloaked ship wouldn't be able to sneak in there. You should also expect automated defenses like turrets and cannons. We haven't spotted any ships in the vicinity, fortunately. Although with Romulan cloaking, anything is possible.
Of course.
Any questions?
What if I need support?
Starfleet will make sure to have a ship or two in range for a rapid response in case of emergency. Hopefully, though, you'll be able to keep things quiet and that won't be necessary. Of course, missions rarely go exactly as planned. Any questions?
No more questions.
Very well. Remember, you must use a shuttlecraft, runabout, fighter, or similar small operations craft to undertake this mission. We need on-site intel from the interior of the vault. Starfleet will not clear you to enter the Hakona System otherwise. Good luck.
Right. Now we've just spent a good 5 minutes getting a shuttle. Yeah. because on the initial when this initially made, shuttles weren't around. Just to get that cough spot seemed to have made. Anyway. So no one knows. So my USS Laos. I've done some console upgrades in the previous. Whilst been waiting. Wrong one person. I always beat speed to this occasion. Alright, we're told to information on shuttles on Silver Smart Strategy. Also, what's happened to the captain's reactor commander's gig? Let me know. You may have heard me about talking about those two ships last week. I was told to report to you. I can provide this information in shuttles in general. Please. Yeah. No. Oh, yeah, so she can provide information about shuttles in general, but and we need to speak to the guy on the other side of this platform on this section before we can pick it up. But because we have our own shuttle already, yes. Time to beam them out.
Obviously, this station isn't as abandoned as Intel suspected. Sensors are reading several Remans ships in the area, and that's just the ones that we can spot. That station is immense. It must have taken an incredible amount of manpower and technology to build it. It's almost the size of a small moon.
Yeah, that was just the size of a small moon. It's one of those stations. Well, I thought it was a moon initially, so yeah. That's no moon.
Sensors are reading a sophisticated tachyon detection network, as well as several patrolling vessels. For an abandoned station, this facility certainly has a lot of activity. My people are experts at stealth technology. If we want to approach unseen, we must avoid confrontation and find a way to evade or jam their sensor grid. We must assume that if we engage the ships here, they'll notify whoever is left on the station, and it may become difficult to find an entry point.
Right. Let's continue. Right, we have there are four things we can do. At the moment, those Tavaro like Wabbers won't be in range and won't ever be in range if we stay still. Right. There are currently four options. Each one is dependent on the which one of these will be different on each class. But however, we can. However, we'll be taking a quick look at most of them. It looks like the
scanning in progress.
yeah. Ooh. Let's see what this is about. Scan line asteroid, please.
This asteroid is unusually large, and it's clearly been mined. It was probably used for raw construction materials, like most of the debris here. This particular asteroid contains pergium, titanium, and uranium. It was probably tractored from a nearby system and brought here to construct hull components and power systems. We could probably cut a piece from the asteroid with our weapons for further analysis.
Is that like a piece?
Scanning in progress.
Looks like the fragment has picked up a bit of residual energy from our weapon burst. It'll be radiating energy for a while. Other than that, it's just a rock.
Alright, this is actually one of the sneaky ways to get in. If you're an engineering officer, which Scarlet is not, we'd be able to use this rock in a way to sneak in. Should have said to slow down. Or it's down. I think. There it is. Well, this looks like a ship of some sort. And now we're going to scan this derelict vessel.
Scanning in progress.
Indications are that this vessel was refitted for asteroid mining. Apparently, a containment failure in the engine core led to a massive radiation surge. The engine went into emergency shutdown, but all of the couplings and injectors were burned out. The crew probably died due to instant radiation burns. It looks like the vessel was stripped for parts and left derelict.
Right, for our science captains, we can do forensic examination.
Although the vessel's engine core is a total loss, some of the backup computer systems were left intact. This vessel was used to deploy some of the tachyon detection satellites around the vault. There's a copy of the network algorithm in the computer memory. If we put the tachyon satellites along the final meridian into maintenance mode, we can create a gap in the detection grid that will let us slip through.
Right, I would normally get us to do sort that out, but there's one last thing I want to quickly cover. Because we're this booster relay.
Scanning in progress.
Looks like they left this satellite as a communications booster for their short-range worker shuttles. Unfortunately, it's heavily encrypted. We could use this to boost our own communications, but that doesn't seem to offer any way in to the station itself.
But if we're a tactical officer, we could use this as a backdoor. But since we're not, we have to go sort out the ship. There's actually a third one where we go in the nebula over there, but we're fourth option going in the nebula over there. But but they don't really promote that one anymore. Or at all, it might not be even be an option.
The Remans are all over this system. Sensors are the Remans are all...
Scanning in progress.
approaching the tachyon grid perimeter. If we're detected by it, that will definitely alert the Remans. The Remans have been alerted to our presence.
Oh dear. Oh, we can stick in. Right, that was more of a... We made a mistake and couldn't repair it.
Picking up some unusual energy readings. We'll need to explore the accessible interior areas and see what we can find. Looks like there's another access conduit across from us. We'll have to think three-dimensionally in here. Sensor readings are also picking up a few scattered life signs.
Right, hey. Right, okay.
We've tripped some security systems.
Four shields failing. All integrity below 75%.
Sorry, we had to go take out the shuttle. That's gonna does again.
The doors are a massive set of interior bulkhead doors. They're segmenting the different parts of the base. Possibly a safety measure in case something went wrong in one of the central areas. Access appears to be controlled by use of security keys. We can disable it if we can find a code block that matches part of a security key.
Right, continue. Right, so we'll stop for a second. We're going to scan out this debris of the turret.
This defense turret was hooked into part of the security network. There's a security code in its subsystem, code block 6750. The security key is on a rotation. Each code block matches a piece of one key. Key in the appropriate code when the rotation matches to it. Trying a code on the wrong rotation will probably invalidate that code, so be careful with the timing.
Yeah, as you can see. Looking for 6750.
That's it. Well done. We should be able to bypass the system and gain access now.
How much got T'nae's actually is here with us? Because last time we actually, because she's actually one of the newest additions to these missions. So we'll take this.
Microgravity storage crates. Mostly construction supplies. No weapons or unusual energy signatures.
Oops. Right, so we'll just abandon factory over here. EBS conduit.
There's still power in most of the station. Some of these conduits are damaged. Keep an eye out for energy discharges.
Oh dear. Whoa. She'll try to beam turrets and shoot up to cannons. That's never good. There goes. I hate it when you get it. so it's stuck on you.
4 shields failing.
Give you an idea, this place is huge. And we're not all the way through it yet. Wait for this to fall.
Above us, that's a Borg sphere. The Tal Shiar must have used this base as a storage facility and research area for Borg technology.
Scanning in progress.
The Borg sphere is dormant, like it's been put to sleep. It's not the source of the strange readings that long-range scans detected. Looks like the sphere's hooked into part of the local systems network. We should be able to exit through the other doors now. Probably a safety precaution to keep them locked.
Right.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Quiet in this area. Too quiet.
Oh yeah. Oh. It's doors open. Uh-oh. Thermoreactors. Yeah, that does not sound good. Especially if I read from Jean-Luc Picard's notes.
Scanning in progress.
This is disturbing. We're looking at a facility used to build Thalaron weapons. If the Remans have infiltrated this base, they may be trying to secure those weapons.
So our intruder finally arrives at the heart of the matter. Have you seen all that you came to see, little spy?
Who are you?
Does it really matter? Call me Obasek, if a name is that important to you.
What are you doing here?
That should be obvious. I intend to make use of this station to further my agenda. Your presence, however, is a bit more curious. I expect that you are operating under the shroud of Empress Sela, whether you realize it or not.
I'm here to investigate unusual scanner readings from the station.
Doubtless you have discovered the source of those readings. Understand that I have little desire to unleash this sort of destruction, but my hand is forced. The Reman people will only be liberated if we are able to make a clear and decisive stand against the Romulans. The technology of this station will allow us to do so.
The Federation could assist the Remans in a desire to separate from the Romulan people.
Just as your Federation offered assistance to the Romulans before the supernova of Hobus and the subsequent destruction of Romulus? No. History has shown that I cannot trust in the good intentions of the Federation. An oppressed people must be ready to seize their liberty through any means available to them. The technology of this station has provided me with indisputable means.
Even if you succeed, you must find a way to normalize relations. You will need allies.
I will deal with the future when it arrives. For me, there is no tomorrow until my people are free. However, I respect your commitment to your position. It's a shame we are at cross purposes.
I am afraid our time is at an end. My associates have already finished loading the Thaleron weapons that we need, and I have other operations to manage. I think we both know what happens now. May your death be quick and valorous.
Right. Oh yeah. I'm glad I bought this thing off my ship. Just had a... That is the part defense system from the Akira class ship. And the doors now reopened. I hate them when they click on you. Like, bodies end up, they get caught in an explosion. Oh dear, this is getting stronger. I think that's it in this area. Also, I'm glad I've picked up some useful gear from around that I can stick on the shuttle. Oh, these things can sting you.
Left shields failing.
Tell you. Okay, we want to click on here is basically we distribute shields. Now, damn it, I wish this is the time when I wish I could nick off with one of the Roman ships. Damn. Nicely done. Hey, he got him with the shields down. guy doesn't realise you don't cloak whilst there's some final torpedo at you. But that Mog guy is very dangerous. First thing first, I should point out that this Mog guy I would normally be easily taken over on the Canton. But this Mog guy is on it. I'm in the layhouse. This not one I want to get.
Blast the door locks.
Done that. Oh, bye. So if I take it out. Yeah, that's the reason why you don't try and take on the Mog guy. I need to use these batteries. No way I'm going to survive. Got to see the gun over there, so as long as I'm quick, don't fire.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Right, hey, we managed to miss the Mog guy. That is one of the hardest things you can do in this mission. But it is possible to bring down that Mog guy. You just need to know what you're doing. And not be flying this ship.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Right. Open up on this. Oh, balls. Right, we have. Can we? Looks like we're going to have to take down it to Tower first. Whew. But then I said that I did pick up the useful piece of gear on the way out.
We must stop Obisek's ship. They cannot be allowed to possess Thalaron weapons. We can use the subspace booster satellite outside the station to send a message to Starfleet as soon as we're clear of the interior. But Obisek's warship will almost certainly attack us when we do. We'll have to survive long enough for reinforcements to arrive. Reinforcements have arrived and are just past that nebula. We don't have much time. We need to meet with our allies and stop that ship.
Right, okay, the Hassa is not too far out.
We are now in the USS Laza is signaling us. They're going to engage the Remans ship, but they want us to take care of the fighters and plasma torpedoes.
Right. Give you a hint, the nebula does not let us use our shields. Right, two. I told you those torpedoes are deadly. Oh, yeah. done.
That was quite an explosion. Probably from the Thaleron weapons carried aboard the ship. We're going to leave the system under high warp to draw off any reinforcements that might come looking. Suggest you return to Federation space.
Alright, see you guys later. We're back in the canton. Sweet. Right, now we need to go head back to Commander DeSoto. Alright, we're back, but we need to speak with Commander DeSoto before we well, consider it done. Commander DeSoto, you've got something to talk to me about?
I've taken a preliminary look at your logs, and it seems that things went a bit unexpectedly. I have a feeling this isn't the last time we'll be seeing the vault. The Reman commander you encountered is definitely a major player in the disintegration of the Romulan Star Empire. I'm going to send the information you gathered about him over to an old colleague of mine, Dr. Maximilian Peters, for analysis. If this Reman is a leader in their separatist movement, we'll have to deal with him again. And hopefully Dr. Peters can work up a psychological profile for him, and a sociological analysis of the separatists. Our next step will be to decode the signal intelligence and go through any remnants left from the ship that was destroyed near the vault. Now that we know that the Remans were hoping to use Thaleron weapons, we need to figure out their target location. Right now, Starfleet knows far too little about a civil war in the making, but it'll take time to sift through all of the data. Keep in touch. Starfleet will notify you when we have a lead. Oh, and thanks for the good work.
You say one final thing to T'nae.
I have new missions.
Oops.
Congratulations, Captain.
She's pretty pleased, but we've got some other stuff to sort out. But what we picked up from the vault. Okay, we picked up a standard science emitter ray. Very nice for improving your shield restoration. I recommend having one. Looking at one of these early on. Hey, overcharged warp core Mark 7. It makes you go fast at warp and gives you, in this case, it gives this particular one is actually faster at warp, sector space, and also gives you a lot more ox power, and it gives it less. You can have ox at 130. And the Romulan fighters. These are devices similar to the weapon batteries and shield batteries and various other batteries and stuff here. These do not go in the hangar bay slot, and this basically is a single-use item. So, join us again too, well, because T'nae's already got another mission for us.